Well, hello and good morning. Well, good morning on the game. May not be morning when you're watching this, but it is morning for me. So, good morning. So the first thing we have to do today, as we have ploughed up that field last time, is to get the seeder all ready for the sorghum seed that we purchased last time. So here it is. I do need to get the wheat seed out of it. So we'll need to hitch up the tractor to the seeder to start with. Get the seed taken out. And then we can set it up for the sorghum seed. And we can get that all sorted. Sorghum seeds on the trailer over there. So we can get that lifted and put straight into the seeder. Hopefully we've got enough. If not, I can afford one more bag. Although one more bag may not be enough. I don't know. I'm hoping we've got enough already. We shall see. Soil type's pretty good on that field. That's why I picked that one to convert to an arable field. Right, let's jump out. There we go. Open the cover on this thing and have a look. There's not a lot in there anyway. Right, unfortunately we have to get back in to empty the seed out. But there's not enough space, so let's pick it up. We'll drive it out here. There we are. Get it emptied out. There it is. Now we can take it back in to get it set up for sorghum. Right. Turn that off. And here. We need to customize it and change it to sorghum seeds. There we go. Customize. And of course it detaches it. Why wouldn't it? Just do a little dance there with the bits. Right. That is now ready to be filled with sorghum seeds, which is fantastic. Don't think it needs any lubricating grease. Let's move this up out of the way there for a bit. Right. Fire up the engine. We'll lift up the seeder. It can stay with its cover open because we're going to be filling it anyway. And we'll head up the top here where we can get the telehandler and get the bags put into the seeder. Right, if we put this here, lower it down, that should be great. Now, somebody did suggest to me that I have a look at Simple IC, which is an alternative to interactive control. It's not on Modhub, but it covers more vehicles. And it is something I am looking into, although I don't really like to use mods too much that are not on Modhub, unless they're particularly exciting. And while Simple IC does look exciting, it's not as different to interactive control as I would like. Plus, there are more mods changes you need to do to other mods to enable it to work, which I don't fully understand yet. So I'm working on it. I'm having a look. It may be something I want to do. It may not. We haven't got very long until FS22, which is on pre-order. And as soon as I get it, I will be making videos on that. Not exclusively, because obviously the roleplay series will still stay on FS22 for a bit. Until FS25 has enough mods for us to be able to do it. But mainly, every single video I do will be on FS25 from then onwards. Okay, we empty that? Yes, good. Right, I've forgotten how many seeds this seeder takes. Not quite a full bag, so there you go. Right, well, we might as well leave this here with the bag in case we need to top it up again. That does need some fuel soon, actually. There we go. Look at that. Sorghum seeds. And they even look different, which is brilliant. Right then. So we need to get around to the field. And start work. Okay. So we're on semi-automatic mode. We've got a distance of 18 meters, because that's the sprayer size that we want to get. Oh, I haven't closed the door. I need to do that. There we go. Do I have a weight on the front? I do have a weight on the front. Good. I suppose there's nothing left to do. Just fire up the seeder and get drilling. That looks like it's working well enough, although spinning my wheels. Well, I've got to do a couple of headlands first, and then start going up and down. But I definitely need to do headlands until I've got our first tram lines in, and then it'll be up and down time. So, without further ado, let's crack on. Well, I think it's going pretty well so far. We've got some tram lines in. There will be one more to come down again in the next lot. But what I want to do now is to get topped up with fuel, grease and seed. Because we're running low on all. Well, fuel we've got a little bit of fuel. But grease has not gone down recently, which makes me think that maybe 2 of the things have run out. So maybe the weight has still got a kilo of grease, but there's plenty of stuff here that hasn't got any grease, like the tractor. So, switch the engine off. Let's get this refilled with fuel. I may also top up the AdBlue as it's here anyway. We need to get everything else sorted in terms of grease. You see the damage on the John Deere is 45%, and that could be because it's run out of grease. The damage on here is only 7%, so it's not too bad at all. 17% damage on the weight. How is that possible? Anyway, yes, the tractor's out of grease, and this is out of grease. This cedar thing. So we will get that sorted, and then we'll carry on with the rest of the field. We're all filled up with grease. We're just topping up with, well, that was it. That was all that was left of the AdBlue. AdBlue goes quite a long way, so that's, I can get away with just purchasing the small containers of that, which is good news. As for the seed, I can't put the seeder down because that would count as an additional track unless I take the track off again afterwards, which I could do. In fact, it's probably the best thing to do, isn't it? Let's put that down, and then we'll take the track off. There we go. Okay, let's just leave the engine running, keep it warmed up. Unfold that, open that, and let's put the rest of this bag in. Well, I say the rest of this bag. It may not be the rest of this bag. We shall see. It has taken the rest of that bag. Good. Well, do we want to top it up or not? Probably ought to. We're going to be using sorghum seeds in the next field as well. We might as well just top it up with this bag too. Right. Yeah, I didn't think it would take much. And take the load off that. There we go. Beautiful. All ready to go again. Let's close that up, fold that up. We'll jump in. And we are all good to go again with most things now full. Tractor is going to need a little bit of work soon. As you can see, it's, well, I said it's 45% damage. But that will be okay. Okay, let's now crack on and get the rest of the field done.
Look to the left, look to the right. Nothing has stopped me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, running to better times. Go, from my emotions I'll go, running to better times, 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 to better times. Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book.
Okay, last little bit to finish the field off, and we're done. I really don't know what is holding this this tractor up, and I do notice that on the ploughed bits the wheels do sink into the ground. There we go, that's that done. As you can see, we're getting quite low on grease again, so I think we're going to go and top up with grease. But yeah, that's that field done for now. In the next episode, we're going to be cultivating the other field that we've got. But I think today, because it'll be the end of the month after today and we're going to have to pay more off on the loan, we're going to have to try and make a little bit of money if we can. Right, grease. Hope we've got enough grease in here. Alright, that's filling up nicely. Right, I guess that's it full, which is, well, not full, but that's everything it wants to take. I think it's the tractor actually that gets through grease more than anything else. So, we will need this tractor to do the cultivation work. So we'll have to put the drill down. Back it into here. Should be all ready to go. And release that there. Yeah, so we'll have to hook up to the cultivator, I think, for next. Now, where is the cultivator? Did I leave it in the shed at the end there? I think I might have done. There it is. One thing I don't know is where the sheep are producing some wool, because it would be good to sell some wool if I've got any, but I don't know where that is. Right. Let's just get this lined up enough. There we go. That can probably just stay there like that for now. As for the wool, does it say it's produced? They're producing wool. It does say they're producing wool. Maybe they haven't got enough to create a pallet yet, or I've just missed it. Is it in here? Oh yes, look at that. We have got some wool to sell. Fantastic. I better get the... Oh, and someone's also pointed out on the comments why we're not getting milk in here. It's because the milk would come from the goats. It does make sense. So we are going to have to get some goats at some point. Increase our milk production. How much milk have we got in the cows? Not in the cows, but you know what I mean. 802 litres. We'll probably leave that for now. So let's get the sorghum seed bag moved to over here, in with the there we go. Luckily we do still want the pallet forks on. We're going to sell some wool. It is the best time of year to sell wool, which is fantastic. We'll also have a look and see what the greenhouse has to offer us in terms of produce. Oh, it's beeping at me. We're low on fuel. That's the field through there that we'll need to concentrate on next. There we go. We've got some wool. 784 litres. know what the price per literage is at the minute, or where I can even sell it, but there will be a sell point, I hope. We've just got to make that money. We'll pop it on here. Get that strapped on in a minute. Okay, let's just have a quick look over at the greenhouse. See if we've got anything there to sell. Luckily, I can just peer over the hedge. I think I sold some stuff last time, so I can't imagine. Oh, I can't peer over the hedge. Hang on. No, there's nothing there, unfortunately. Well, while we're in this, let's get it topped up with fuel. There is no point in me hiring the sprayer until all the fields have germinated, which means we're going to have another couple of months wait. But because we've got tram lines, that shouldn't matter too much. Now, where's the fuel tank on this thing? Oh, it's at the back there. Excellent. Okay. Switch that off. Let's get it fueled up. Doing alright for lubricating grease on it, which is good. It's the tractor that really seems to chew through grease, and I don't know whether that's because it's really struggling with the work I'm giving it or what. But it really is chewing through grease. Right. Well, get this full, and then we'll head back up and take that pallet of wool with us. Oh, that didn't take that long. Excellent. Oh, there you go. We could take this at the same time. Look, how convenient. We have got a lot of wheat seed. I think next year we'll be doing wheat again in most of the fields. Or I could try and sell the wheat seed to another farmer, maybe. Potential. Okay. Put this in here. Right, as we're coming up to summer, the cows and the sheep are actually quite happy living on the grass. So that is really good news. It means we have a lot less work to do and a lot less requirement to feed them. Alright, we'll strap that on there. Let's have a quick look now at where to sell it. It would be Buckland Grain, although to be honest, there's only £1 in it between the two, and with the amount we've got, it probably wouldn't even be that. But 1225 is the max, and 1241. So yeah, we're over max at the minute, which is fantastic. Let's just go to Buckland Inn. It's a lot closer. Right. As I said before, this is the tractor as well that I want to get the sprayer on. So we'll need to get some narrow tyres for this tractor. And yes, an 18-metre sprayer on the back of this should be absolutely fine. I don't have a 3-point linkage on the front of it, so I can't put a weight on. I might be able to get a weight fitted at the dealership. Potentially. Probably would be handy with a tank full of fertilizer or herbicide on the back. I have got fertilizer. In case you're wondering how I'm going to afford fertilizer, I've got fertilizer. I don't know if I've got any herbicide. In fact, we could check on here, couldn't we? Let's have a quick look. Is it on here? Is it on? Liquid fertilizer. Yeah, I've got 10,000 litres of liquid fertilizer, no herbicide. So I will need to buy herbicide. Well, another couple of months, we should have a little bit more wool. We should have more milk. If I get all of that sold, get some herbicide, and get the sprayer rented, should be alright. But yes, in the next episode, so in May, we'll be cultivating and drilling the other field, which we'll pass in a minute up here. Just after the sheep field, which is there. We have got grass which will have grown as well. We can always rent a bale wrapper. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that needs some work, that one. So we could always rent a bale wrapper, get loads of silage made, and get that sold. I think that would be not a bad idea, to be perfectly honest. And that would then cover us for the that would cover us for the amounts that we've got to spend. We don't need the grass immediately for feed. We've got plenty of silage, plenty of hay, and plenty of straw. Not that you can get straw from grass, but you know. So yeah, that's basically, that's going to be good. I think if we rent that bale wrapper, okay, in we go. We rent the bale wrapper, we'll be able to make some money there. Speaking of money made, that's £949 for wool, which isn't bad at all. I do wonder what the inn would do with the wool though. Bit odd. But never mind, that is £2,000 we have in the bank now. Most of that will go overnight because of loan repayment. We are going to have to ignore that. We are going to have to figure out what we do in terms of a harvester this year, because getting another loan, I mean, we could get less of a loan and get a cheaper harvester. The harvester we went for this year was quite a lot of money, but if we can get a cheaper one, maybe that might work out better. We're going to be at different stages of growth. Obviously the wheat's going to be ready quite early. The sorghum, actually the sorghum grows pretty quick, so it may be ready around the same time as the wheat. At least the first field might. The second field obviously will be a month later. But we're hedging our bets here. Hopefully we'll have a good crop, or some good crops I should say. But yeah, I think that'll do us for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time when we will be cultivating and drilling, or grass cutting. I haven't decided yet.